3 months ago, we decided to leave Mexico and became digital nomads. There are different reasons of why we took this decision, but one of the reasons that motivated us to do this was because prices have been rising quickly in Mexico. We think that by being digital nomads, our quality of life can improve, our economical situation can improve, but our mental health too. Now we've been living in Colombia for 3 months, almost 3 months, and actually we are about to leave. And I want to tell you if this experiment is working or not. What about our financial situation? What about our lifestyle here in Colombia? Do we feel we have a community here? How do two foreigners feel living here in a relatively small city in Colombia? I'm very excited to tell you everything about this topic, and I have a special guest for today. My husband is going to be talking to me about these different factors, and we'll see if we've been reaching this goal. Stay with me, and don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe, like this video.
Hi.
Hi, how are you, Amor?
Good. I'm good. I'm excited.
I'm excited too because we're about to leave Colombia. It's been already 3 months.
Yeah, I think it's been good coming to live here for a while. I think we're both going to miss it.
Yes.
The fact that we're surrounded by nature, we can go out and walk around in the woods or go up a mountain or something that's really nice. It's something that improves your quality of life, definitely.
That is one of the things that we really like about this city, but also the public transportation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so surprised that just right outside our home, there are buses passing by almost every minute, right?
Yeah.
One of the reasons we decided to leave Mexico and become digital nomads is because we think that by being digital nomads, our financial situation can improve. Do you think we are reaching this aim?
As things have turned out, these 3 months have gone quite well for us financially, and definitely by having come here, we've been able to reduce our expenses.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we've had to buy flights and things like that, so that's, but even considering that, I think we're better off after 3 months here than we would have been if we'd stayed in Querétaro.
The other day we were talking about that, and we saw very big differences in our cost of living, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can say that we have a check in that.
Well, we've been quite fortunate. At the moment, the Mexican peso has been very strong, and I get paid in Mexican pesos, so that's been very fortunate for us during this time that we've been here in Colombia.
Let's talk about the community. Being foreigners, how do we feel living in Colombia? How do we feel like we are in a community?
Everyone here has been very, very friendly.
Mm-hmm.
We've had quite a busy social life, which is unusual when you first arrive to a new place, and maybe you don't know anyone, and then very quickly we felt that we've been able to find a community. We've been invited to do things. We've been out with families, and
actually this is something that I recommend that you guys do if you plan to start being digital nomads, is like to find groups to practice languages. In this case, in Manizales, there are 2 groups now that are focused to get together people, but to practice English or more languages. I think because of that group, we've met our friends. I can call them our friends now.
Yeah, definitely.
And as you said, they are very open, that we basically go out, I would say every weekend if we want it. Sometimes it's just us like, okay, today we don't want to do anything. We want to rest, because I do like party as well. It's making me feel very, very happy. It's filling me up in a way that I didn't think it was going to happen.
So do you think that's not the case in Querétaro?
In Querétaro, that happens because there is a strong community of foreigners living there. You can definitely feel very comfortable. It depends on your needs. I would say that the only difference probably is that here there are more party, like rockers. I don't know. What do you think?
There's not that many foreigners here.
as well.
So in Querétaro, there's a big expat community, and there's a lot of things going on, and it's easy to meet a lot of people. Not saying that there aren't Mexicans around, but here it seems we've been with Colombian people most of the time. It's been very cool to be sort of invited and included into other people's routines and their activities and stuff.
Looking at the Mexican society and Colombian society from your point of view, do you think there's a difference? Like Colombian people are more warm?
Definitely, yeah. Well, we've seen it in a lot of places in Colombia as well. You know, Mexican people are friendly, but Colombian people are very, very quick to invite you to their house, to invite you out for a drink, straight away to include you. And I mean, I said to you, they don't seem to tire of socializing. We enjoy socializing, but sometimes you think, I want some time to myself, and it seems like Colombian people in general are very, very comfortable being around people all the time, and they really, really enjoy meeting new people, and are very, very, very sociable.
Yeah, it's true. Let's talk a little bit about the differences in language, in the Spanish language. Of course, you speak Spanish very well, but I would like to hear if it's what you can find different in the, let's say, Mexican Spanish and Colombian Spanish.
Well, they're very different. Actually, a lot more different than I'd really appreciated before. Like they have this whole other pronoun, boss, which they don't use in Mexico at all, except in some parts of Chiapas, apparently. So that's a bit odd when people are talking to you and calling you boss, and the verb conjugations are a little bit different, and they call each other usted all the time, which is...
For the people who are planning to move to a Latin American country, is that don't get scared. At the end, we all speak Spanish and we understand each other very, very well. So one thing that you mentioned about the boss and usted is that usted is a formal way of saying tú or you. In Mexico, we don't tend to use usted very much. At least it's like the president or a very old person. Here, they even say to their children, their pets.
Yeah, it's been very different, but we haven't had any issues with communication. There's a lot of words which are different. Probably a lot more. The difference is a lot greater than between sort of English in the UK and in the US.
I want to take advantage to mention that I offer Spanish conversation courses, and for people who don't speak Spanish at all, I also have an amazing course that will help you to focus on the essential things to start learning Spanish. For those who don't know, we are living in Manizales. Manizales is not a very popular city in Colombia. It's not what you hear when you are planning to visit Colombia. However, we decided to come to this beautiful small city. Actually, we want to keep coming. But what does Manizales have that makes it special? What would you say? You first and then me.
Well, it's very walkable. You mentioned already about the public transport. We can get it everywhere we can pretty much walk anywhere we want, really. But there's lots of buses that pass by all the time, and the distances are quite short. But even having said that, there's a lot to do.
There's a lot to do. There's a lot of different international restaurants as well. There are a lot of places to go out at night as well. And one of the things that I really like about this city is that it's very easy to do what you want to do. Because, again, there's no much traffic. It's easy. Look at the nature that's behind us. And we feel safe as well.
Very safe.
I don't know, I guess that you guys, if you're interested in knowing why we like this place, maybe you should come and see it by yourself. We are leaving now. So how do you feel now that we are leaving?
Well, we're going to miss it, definitely. We really like Manizales. I don't think it'll be too long before we come back. But we're going to leave for now. And we're going to see somewhere else.
So then our next destination is going to be Ecuador. We've heard good things about
Yeah,
Ecuador.
yeah. I don't know much about it, to be honest, but
Mm,
it looks very nice
It
from what I've
looks.
seen.
We're going to Cuenca. So I'm very excited because I know that Cuenca is similar to the area where we are. It has nature, a lot of nature. Overall, I think we are going to come back to Colombia.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Finally, if you're interested in renting this amazing place where we are staying now, I'm gonna leave all the information below. And I just want to say that if you're planning to come to Colombia for the first time, I'm sure you're going to enjoy Manizales, but there are a lot of different places in Colombia that I'm sure you're going to enjoy. So in this trip, we went to Cartagena on the coast. Beautiful but very touristy place. Still, we enjoyed that very much. We went to Barranquilla to the carnival as well. And then we are going to Ecuador by bus. We want to visit some cities on the way, so it's going to be a very, very cool experience. To end this video, and this is just my personal opinion, I just want to say that I definitely feel happier by taking this decision. We were planning to buy a house not a long time ago. Dave and I have been talking a lot about this. We are so happy we didn't buy it. We feel very relaxed now, and we feel we are going towards our aim. So thank you very much, and see you in the next video.